Hi guys, it's Deb with Deb's Cool Finds. Sorry. I hope you forgive how I look today. I don't have makeup, anything. The hair looks bad. I know. But I've been sick. So I'm going to cut myself some slack, and I hope you do the same for me. That would be lovely. But yeah, so I did try and stay home, but I got I had an eBay sale of an item, and I put it off long enough, and I have to mail it. So I got that little package here. So I'm on my way to the post office, and I probably would have stalled on that even longer, which is horrible because they bought it. They need their package. But I'm still kind of wonky in my head, just that weird feeling where I don't feel as good walking around and driving. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, because Miss Bella, lovely Miss Bella, ate the last dribbles, crumbs, air dust, food dust of her food. So I can't let her go hungry. So of course I have to go out, even though I just feel like being at home, curled up in my blankie, doing job apps. Now, I don't feel like doing job apps, but I have to do job apps. So, pardon me. On that front, I emailed back one of the recruiters and just said, hey, how you doing? Just curious if you found out anything new about that position that you thought would be good for me. Hope you had a great holiday, whatever. Short and sweet. And then she responded back, I'm so sorry I haven't got back to you, but, catching up from the holidays, completely understandable. And she said, I'll call you in the morning. She did call me this morning. That's what I was waiting for, to leave, because I'm like, I don't want to be in the middle of Walmart picking up Bella's food and then get the phone call about a job where I got to take notes or something. Unfortunately, with this call, I didn't need to take notes, because she said that the person that was hiring for this job decided that he needed to look at the job listing more, make some changes to it, and see what his budget for 2024 is. She thinks that's what he's really doing, is checking budget. So hopefully I'm still in, but we probably won't hear back on that job till January. She's still gonna look for work for me. I kind of explained my desperation, but not in a desperate way, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm looking at now, I'm probably gonna have to just find a way to make it through till January, which means, unfortunately, either one, taking a loan from my parents, which I hate doing, but it will make them feel useful, but I hate doing it. But either that, or I have to go into my tiny 401k and try and make a withdrawal from that. The only thing is you get like penalties and different things out of that, so that kind of sucks. You ask for a certain amount, and then they only give you, you'll really only get this amount by the time you're done with it, so you eat up a lot of your money. But yeah, I'll do whatever I have to do, you know me. So once I get over this crud and feel safe driving a lot, I'll get back on Uber Eats. I did contact a friend I met on a cruise. So if you ever cruise alone, you can meet great people on a cruise. So I met her when I cruised alone for my birthday 2 years ago, I think. Anyway, she's a dynamo. Her name is Shay, and she's who I want to be when I grow up, but just ain't got enough time for that, because I don't have that many years left to become her. But and she's a lot younger, but she has multiple businesses that she runs, and she's just travels all the time, which is her passion, and works while she's traveling, and she is just making it. And I am so proud that I know her, and that there's women like that in this world. Go girl. And spread that around, teach others how to do that, especially young girls and young women, that it is possible to, not only support yourself, but do it exceptionally well, to the point that, you're not like, oh my God, how can I survive on Social Security or something when you get older? So my position. But yeah, so she's amazing. Anyway, I reached out to her because she has a lot of, I'm not sure exactly how it all works, but I guess she has contracts with businesses where she gets them remote help for projects or stuff like that. So I told her, I'm an extremely fast typist. I can transcribe, did that for 2 decades. Can do office skill stuff. I know all the Microsoft suite, whatever. If there's any way she can find me something to do, and I'm not super picky about pay, yes I am, but if it just gets me going, at least as much as Uber Eats, because Uber Eats, yeah, you make money. Like I worked just under 5 hours the other day and I made, I think, $75 or something. So that's great, except, no taxes are taken out of that, and yet, you got to pay it later, and your gas, so when you take that all out, well, forget the taxes because it's got to come out of both, but the gas, when you take that out, the pay is so much less that even if I make a little less or right around that amount at her job, it would still be better without having to do the gas, without having to drive all around, and yeah, so so I'm at the post office. Let me pause you while I go deliver this package. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I just dropped that off. I scanned it in, but the little bin you drop it in wouldn't open. So I gave it to the clerks and they handled that. So let us back out of this parking spot. I love the rear view camera. I have that on my car. I adore it. I never thought I'd really use it, but I love it. And it also has like a 360, like it actually peers down as if the camera was right on top of my car. Weird, but it helps, like if you're trying to park it perfectly in a spot or something, you can see, down, so you can see the white lines in the parking spot and stuff like that. My dad said he would wish his car had that. He has the backup, but he's got a big old truck, an F-150. Why, I don't know, other than he just wanted it, so go for it, right? At 90, get whatever the heck you want. But yeah, so he has some hard time parking it sometimes. So he uses his backup camera, but he can't tell like how close he is in the front, and that overhead camera, would help. And my mom's like, well, can't we just buy that? And I said, no, I think it has to come with the car. I'm not sure, but I know it's because there's cameras like on my mirrors, I think, under them, and something in the windshield, and I don't know. Like my windshield, you probably noticed it in some videos, needs to be repaired. I swear, every time I would drive to my son's house, I go down 30 in Texas, and I forget what it turns into. I just follow the GPS. But anyway, the road is literally trucks, just semi-truck after semi-truck after semi-truck, from basically my house almost all the way to his. So every time I've driven there, somebody has kicked up some rocks and broken my windshield. So I've had it repaired twice already, and it needs it again. So this will be the 3rd time on my car, and it's, yeah, crazy. So yeah, it's still broke because I can't afford the deductible right now, but it's a fortune. I think it was over $1,000 when I looked at the bill. I mean, I didn't have to pay that, my insurance did, but it was like over $1,000 to fix that because of all the crud in it, the cruise control crud and the cameras or whatever the heck's in there. So anyway, they have to install it and then recalibrate it or whatever. But okay, so I did that, and I'm headed towards Walmart. Sorry, this cough is just gonna go for a little bit. I took Dayquil before I left the house, but it hasn't kicked in yet. Plus talking, if I'm just laying around, that's one thing, I don't cough. But if I talk or try and do anything, then I cough. But so far, it's not a bad cough. And I think the fever kind of ran its course last night. It was bad last night, and I kept taking Tylenol, and I took NyQuil. And then this morning, I don't feel like fever anymore. It was 101. It wasn't horrible, but it was horrible for me. It was 101. But yeah. So anyway, and then the head kind of, I'm not really that stuffy. I can breathe through my nose. I don't know what the heck it is, but whatever. It's probably stress related. Got a lot of stress going on right now, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Like I said, I might have to just, deal with maybe January's gonna be my month because, oh, don't you hate when your purse falls and everything like falls out of it when you stop at a red light? Dang it. Dang it all to heck. Okay, don't do that again. But anyway, yeah. So if I can get through December, got my son's visit, my visit to my son to look forward to. And, yeah, we'll get through it. We'll get through it, right? Everything's going. Good things are coming. Good things are happening. They're just, sometimes you gotta wait, and sometimes it's not in your time schedule, and sometimes that totally sucks. But if I dwelled on that and I just concentrated on that, I'd be miss gloom and doom, and nothing good would come of it, and I would procrastinate doing job apps and, go into a depression and blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing that. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, so I'm going to stay positive, stay doing it. Oh, I got a call from a woman named Mary Ann Markowitz. And the reason I give you her name is because she has a YouTube channel, I found out. But she has her own recruiting company. And she does recruiting, and she also does help with candidates. Now, I can't afford to do anything with her, but she will help you with your resume and interviewing process, everything, right? So she's working with me on a job she has available. So we're trying to, see if I'm good for it, and she's going to run my resume over with them and do all that. So, sorry. In the meantime, she did send me a link to one of her YouTube videos. Ooh, my seat's a little too hot on my tushy. Let me turn that to low. But if any of you are looking for a job or want that info, I can send you that link, or just look her up on YouTube, Mary Ann Markowitz. But she goes through, her and this gentleman, and I forget where he's from, but they go through some tips, and she mentioned it with me. She's like, I love your resume, but if I could give you a cheap, easy suggestion, I can't redo your resume or anything for free, but let me give you this tip. She said, my resume said my name and everything on the top, right? And then below that, it had a little paragraph about me. So I just espoused all the wonderfulness of me. And then underneath that, it had core competencies. So skills like, Excel or, Word or organization or detail-oriented, stuff like that. And then it goes into my work experience, then education, and then other little tidbits. So, one of them is, awards. When I ran Mesquite Girl Scouts as a top volunteer there, and I mean top as in, the highest position you could hold as a volunteer before you had to be an employee. I got our city unit, so it wasn't just me, it was me and my amazing team, got our unit so wonderful that we won what's called a President's Award 5 years in a row. So that was amazing. And so I put that on there because, hey, I did that. So you can see when I set my mind to something, I can do it. But anyway, so what she said was, because of all of the AI, she said that's why you see hundreds to thousands of resumes posted because of AI, because of bots, all this garbage. And then everything goes, or almost everything goes through an ATS system, applicant tracking system. And in the video, they tell you how to tell from the URL that you're applying on whether that's going to an ATS system or a human. So that's really cool. But she said when the ATS are reading your resume, they start at your employment. So if you only listed, your Excel skills up above in the skills part, it counts that as 0 years experience in Excel because there's no years related to the skills section. That makes sense. So she said I need to put that in with every job that I used these different skills. So when I made PowerPoint presentations, I needed to put that under that job. When I did Excel and I used VLOOKUPs, and she said VLOOKUPs are very important. It's just a cool Excel thing that I love playing with. But she said, list that under your jobs. And then when the ATS system comes in, it goes, okay, you worked here a year. What did you do? Oh, okay, you used Excel with VLOOKUPs. So you have a year's experience here with that. Oh, you use PowerPoint. You have a year experience with that. Oh, this next job, you have, I've got to park here because I've got to take a picture of this car for you because it is adorable. But anyway, so that's what I did. I took the skills out and I put those skills into all of my jobs so that when the system looks at it, it will add years to those skills. So hopefully that helps. But it's an amazing little video, educational. I sent it to my son. He's having the same trouble as I am. So hopefully it'll help us. So I'm gonna head into Walmart. I'm gonna take a picture or a little video of this car because it is adorable. And I'll get back to you. Oh, sorry. There's my hand. I'll get back to you in a minute. Bye. Employed right now, so it doesn't feel like Christmas, but it'll get there. Everything will be better. There's the
Christmas spirit.
Yes. Yes. You gotta have. I mean, look at that. His hand waves when they put the windshield wiper on. His hand waves. OMG. This is amazing. My viewers are gonna love this. Nothing on that side though. Okay, we got it. Okay, I'm back. Whoa, it's just that little bit in Walmart. I'm exhausted, out of breath. Okay. Oh, gotta start the car. I told you I'm losing it here. There's a little child right there, so I want to be real careful. Him walking around. Mama, wash your baby. He's running away from Mama into the cart depository. Oh, she got two of them. She got her little hands full. She's a young Mama. Been there, done that. You'll get there. Oh, he's got cute little green boots on. How adorable. Hi. Okay, so anyway, I got the dog food. Not the one I wanted. They were completely out, but at least it's salmon. A little more expensive than her normal brand, but per size bag, you know, so it was cheaper, but it was less food, so yeah. Here's another car in front of me that's got reindeer antlers on it. Let me see in the mirror. Yep, it's got a Rudolph nose on the front. Cute. So yeah, I met a lady, and as soon as I was playing with my phone to take a picture or video of that car, she said, "Oh, the car, right?" And I was like, "Yes." So we talked a little. I gotta stop telling people I'm unemployed. It's like, don't bring people down. Bring myself down. Don't bring others down. So anyway, whatever. I'm just me. I'm just being me. But she was saying that it didn't feel like Christmas because of the weather. Like, it's 59 right now. I don't mind it. You know, I did mucho years in Chicago in, yeah, Christmassy weather. Shoveling that stuff, trying to drive in that stuff. And it was beautiful when it first fell. Give you that. Beautiful. But as soon as cars started driving on it and everything, it just turned into this black mush. And yeah, it wasn't as pretty, but yeah. I mean, I do miss that. Like, if it could snow here, like a pretty fluffy snow just on Christmas Eve and Christmas, and then go away, I'd be happy. Yeah, I know. That's a strange request. But anyway. Oh, the other night, sorry, when I was trying to fall asleep, I was thinking of the junk journaling, and no, dang, sir. Wow, he's in a big ol' hurry. And no, I haven't. I'm behind in all of my YouTube watching. I heard from one of you guys that Adrienne Miller shouted out to me on one of her videos, and thank you, Adrienne. I love that. No, I haven't seen it yet because, like I said, I'm so far behind on all my YouTube videos. I've just been putting on, I've just been watching my tablet and like putting on stuff I've already seen. So hopefully it makes me fall asleep and I can kind of sleep through this. Other than, you know, filling out job apps and phone calls and stuff. Between those times, I just want to sleep. To me, it's the easiest way to get through feeling yucky is just to sleep through it. But so yeah, so I don't want to put on YouTubes that I really want to watch and then fall asleep in. So that's what I've been doing. But the other night when I was trying to fall asleep thinking of junk journals, I thought of something which I think I might want to do, or at least think about doing more. It came to me like, I love tradition. I love passing things down. As you know, I mentioned my aunts and my mom and my grandma and my great grandma in videos. I love keeping that all alive and passing it down. So my daughter, I just talked about it at Amelia's birthday party. I talked to her and she said, yeah, I talk about Grandma Joey all the time. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like, you're continuing this. That's my grandma, so her great grandma, my mom's mom. So I thought, what if I created I don't know if you can call it a junk journal. I still don't know what that exact terminology, what it exactly means, but some kind of just like a traditions memory kind of a journal. Like putting in on one page maybe a picture of some tradition that we did and then writing some kind of memory about it. Or having another page with like a recipe and then talking about that somehow. Like pierogies is a Polish dish that we always made for Christmas Eve. And that's the only time we really had them, from my mom at least, because it's a lot of hard work. But yeah, and it's telling a story about that, like when I started taking over the tradition and my parents would come over and do it with me to teach me. And actually, once I even knew it, I kind of wanted them over, and I did most of the work, but I liked having them over while I was doing that. Just talking about memories and holidays and things was joyous. So yeah, that, or just memories or thoughts or things that I want them to remember about me, about my mom, about past generations, and just to keep it going until I can't keep it going anymore, or I'm gone. But then I'd have to do 2 of them. But I'd want my kids to then get them, and they can do with them as they please. But I think it might bring them, I don't know, joy, comfort, maybe, once that time comes, that they can go back and just read all these different things that I put down over the years. Wish I'd started it earlier when they were little. That would have been really cool, but I didn't. So today's the beginning, right? Today is always the beginning of whatever you want to start. So yeah, don't look at the past. The past is gone. I mean, not in that way, not in memories and stuff, but in, I should have done that. I should have did this. Forget the should haves. Yeah, we all should have done something. We all should have been something. We all should have learned something, said something, but we can't change that. So that part of the past, kind of let go, learn from it, maybe change because of it, but don't dwell on it and make yourself feel miserable, because the miserable feeling doesn't do any good unless it causes you to change. And then you're done with that old feeling. Let it go. You've changed. You've become something you wanted to be. My son's working on that right now and finding joy in that. And I'm like, you can't fix things you've done in the past. All you can do is learn from it. And then if you don't want the same outcome from things, you've got to change what you do. What is that old saying? I'm going to screw it up, but doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So I try to explain that to him that, we can't just keep doing the same things and then be like, well, why didn't this change? Well, because, we used the same recipe, and if the cake failed with that recipe, the cake's going to fail every time we use that same recipe. We've got to change something in there. Maybe it needs a little more milk. Maybe it needs a little more sugar. Whatever. So, yeah, that's my spiel for today. So, I'm feeling emotional and stuff, and I don't know, do you guys get like that? When I get sick, I get emotional, and I get, I start reminiscing.
Caution, road with restricted access.
I know, I come here every day, sir. But anyway, yeah, I get like that, and I get like, I want my mommy, because she used to be able to take away the pain. Remember, we could do that for our kids. Here, let me kiss your boo-boo, and they were happy and ran away, and you were like, oh my gosh, I fixed it. And then came the day when you couldn't fix their boo-boo, emotionally, physically, whatever it was, we couldn't fix it anymore, and that's a sad day when that little kiss lost its magic. Yeah, but I still want that feeling, so I'd still like, I want my mommy. So anyway, I know I'm a big baby when I'm sick, but I don't like it. I like to feel good. So I'm almost home. I'm gonna stop at my mailbox. I got a notice that I got a Temu delivery. I was hoping it was my seed money one, but I don't think it is. That one is, well, I know it isn't, because that one is still showing up as shipping label created. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get that one because I want to get it. I want to do the video. I want to submit it. I want more seed money to order more items, and let's go with the process here. But if it takes forever to get your seed money package, it just delays you getting more seed money. That makes sense, because you can't do more than one campaign at a time. So yeah, so I'm stuck on that. But yeah, the new year's gonna be great. My job is coming. It is coming. It's gonna be amazing. I've changed my resume. I'm still applying even though I'm sick, so I'm proud of myself because I really just want to curl up in a ball in my bed with my Bella. She's so funny. She knows I'm sick, so oh my gosh, some of you might be grossed out at this, but so I apologize. But I don't know if it's all pit bull breeds, whatever. That's not a breed, but whatever. Pit bull, the bully group. But Bella is a caregiver. So how she does that, I have found out over all these years, is she must, she has to lick you. So like, that's her comforting. It comforts her. And I know I'm putting human emotions on a dog, so it's probably not true at all, but this is my interpretation, and I'm staying with it because it gives me comfort. But I think when she does that, it gives her comfort, and then it gives me comfort, and her comfort, and knowing she's giving me comfort, and blah, blah, blah. So while I've been sick and I lay on the couch when she's off somewhere, you know, she's playing with her toy, took a little short of that, I'll be posting, or she's laying in my bed staring out the window, the guard dog, whatever, then she'll come in the living room, she'll see me, and I'll cough or something, or just be like, oh, I hate this, whatever, you know, grumbling, and then she'll come over and she uses her claws, and she has to claw the blanket off of me, and then she claws my pant legs up so that she can lick, you know, like groom me and lick my leg and my foot until she feels comforted, and then she can lay down and relax and chill out. So it's very strange. I've never, my thing's coming off. I've never had another dog do, I gotta hold it, do something like that. But yeah, that's her comfort thing. So it's so sweet. But okay, so I'm at my mailbox. I have to either walk up the hill to my mailbox, or I just, whenever I'm out, I drive over to my mailbox. That's why I don't check it all the time. If you've sent me something and you're like, didn't you get it yet? It's probably sitting in here because I don't check it all the time. You know, it's mostly junk mail and stuff I don't want. But I'm not used to getting the happy friend mail packages, so that's amazing. But anyway, I'm going to check my mail. I'm going to go home. I'm going to unload my groceries. I'm going to feed my beautiful puppy. And then I'm going to I bought some tomato soup, which brings back comfort, because my mom would make that when we were sick. And I bought the little oyster crackers, because, again, my mom would make that when we were sick. And I'm going to make that, have some soup, do some job apps, and then take a nap, I think. So I hope you are enjoying your day. I hope you're well. You haven't caught this goo, whatever this is. I know a couple of YouTubers I watch have had this, whatever this is, and are suffering through it, and they've made it out alive, and so shall I. But yeah, so have an amazing day. Remember, I still have this hanging in here. I love this thing. God says you are precious, unique. I can't read that one. Lovely, special, forgiven, chosen, and strong. Yes, he does. So keep that in mind. And then on my mirror it says you are enough, and I am enough. If I'm not enough for you, you might have to find another YouTuber, but I am enough for me. So it doesn't mean I can't improve, and I'm trying. Anyway, Yeah, so I'm gonna do some new apps with my new and improved resume with Mary Ann's tips. Hopefully they bring more success. It made a lot of sense logically once she explained it, and that ATS system, because I don't really know how that works, but now I know more. So yeah, okay guys, I am thankful that I was able to get out of the house and mail that package off from my eBay purchaser for her, and get my Bella her dog food, and then I woke up for another day. And of course, as always, I'm thankful for you guys. I'm also thankful for Adrian, and I'm hoping I'm getting better at my graphics and can put a little thing up here. But she did a buy me a coffee. She donated $25 to me, and I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, that was amazing, Adrian. Thank you so much. It will definitely get used, and it will go back into the channel and make this channel bigger and better, hopefully. So I greatly appreciate it. So there's that way of helping out the channel, supporting it. There's also right underneath here a thanks button. You might have to scroll underneath here. There's a share button, something else. You might have to scroll over a little to find the thanks button, but it is there. And if you want to donate that way to support the channel, that's amazing. And if you don't, cool. I know, Christmas, hard times, economy, I get it. But yeah, but like, share, subscribe if you can, and thank you so much. I'll talk to you all later. Bye. I want my soup.